Now, I wanted to get a head start on looking this park over, as I suspect it's going to present a fair few problems.
You're not wrong. Can you believe it? The staff are trying to extort management for more money, just because of some giant golem. You work in a park, you deal with monsters. That's how it's always been.
Yes.
Well, the park was most fortunate that the monorail which runs through it wasn't damaged.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Planet Coaster video. And yeah, sorry there hasn't been a video in a while. Just been very busy, working over the summer, doing loads of stuff actually over the summer holidays. So yeah, I am back in Planet Coaster, here for another career level. Here we are here in Golem Rampage, and as you saw before, I left the intro like that, and the video is a little bit different today. As you can see, I'm voicing over gameplay, which I previously recorded because I find it easier now to just record it whenever I can and then put the voiceover later on in the edits, which is what I'm doing currently right now. So yeah, so you can see here at the moment I'm putting this this octopus flat ride in. That's what I'm currently doing at the moment. But yeah, thank you to everyone who has so far subscribed. We've reached over 100 subscribers, 103 subscribers now, which is incredible. I never thought I'd get to that stage. So it's awesome to see everyone subscribing and tuning in, and I'm going to try and bring some different videos to you guys now. I know it's a lot of Planet Coaster, and I'm going to try and put some other rides in. Other rides? Because I'm looking at the rides here that I'm currently trying to place in, well, looking to place in anyway, for just looking in the future. You'll come back to that ride later on. I actually do place that ride in at some point, but yeah, 103 subscribers. Wow, it's incredible. My first Planet Coaster Career Mode video has over 3,500 views, which is really, really cool to see. So yeah, keep on supporting the channel, keep on subscribing, and I will keep on bringing you this great content, which I am doing so far. Looking at this now, so I was looking to see if I could put the spinning coaster somewhere. Now, it only cost me 5,000. So I was like, this could be quite a cheap thing, and I was thinking about putting it right here. And for a long time I planned on putting it there until I placed other things first before I did that. So yeah. So yeah, started placing other things in here now. So looking to put this sort of swinging ride in here. The Sns Screaming Swingers, actually building one of these. A brand new one actually, which they haven't built one of these Screaming Swings in a while, but there's going to be the largest Screaming Swing in the world. The SNS Screaming Swing, they're really great rides. The only one I've been on so far is Rush at Thorpe Park. What a great ride that is. Do really love it. It's a really nice flat ride. So yeah, definitely be one to have a go on. Looking at this now here, I was just trying to figure out how I could put the path up there. I didn't want it to be a staircase. I do just like it as a ramp in this game. I just feel like it's easier. I don't know. It just looks nicer as well. And I suppose for realism's sake, if you wanted to make it accessible for everyone, you wouldn't put stairs in there. You'd put a ramp. So couldn't do any terraforming, so I just had to work my way around this land here. And I actually found this level quite difficult when I was doing it, and it's one of the first in the medium difficulty levels, obviously, as we've been doing recently. But in terms of this level, I found it quite difficult to do. As you see, I put the staircase in, and I do change it eventually, I believe. Or do I just stick with the staircase? I think I may have just stuck with the staircase in the end. But yeah, I found it quite difficult. I had a moment there where yeah, I just really struggled to, yeah, not really struggled, really struggled with this level in terms of trying to put things in, changing the price. The worst thing about this level was, the reason why I struggled so much is because of the stations that are around. You have to I actually deleted 2 of the stations, because the way it works is you use this park as almost, you use the monorail in this park to transport people from ride to ride. So that's what I was trying to do. As you can see here, look, you'll watch me. I do actually delete this this station now. So that's what I do. But yeah, while I do that, I'll explain. I'm going to do a little 100 subscriber special. I might do it just as a little video. It'll still be on Planet Coaster, but I'm going to take you a tour around this park of just loads of coasters that I've built. That's going to kind of be the video, and we'll go around and I'll do commentary over that as it is. Really, it's not going to be like a sort of time lapse like this in this one. But yeah, looking at this now, yeah, as you can see, quite a lot of people coming up towards this area now, which is good to see. Tell me if you like this style of video, by the way, and if not, I can always go back to the old style if you want to. But if you do like this time-lapsed video, yeah, just let me know. So yeah, I'm just thinking about the number of trains that I wanted to put on this monorail. Did actually change it slightly, change some of the pricing on there as well, change some of the advanced settings, just making sure that trains weren't stacking and enough people were getting on and off and stuff like that, because this monorail was really crucial actually in this park to making a good profit, which I was doing actually. And at one point I went into quite a hefty decline because the monorail broke, but it was at another station, which is like, you'll notice the station just below the camera there. That was the station that broke, but I had no mechanic over there. The mechanic can't just go to any station. He has to go to that specific station, which I find quite annoying about this game. But yeah, looking at this now, I was thinking about putting this food and drink shop in, and then there's many decisions that I thought about doing, and then I was like, actually, no, I won't do that. I'll change that. Yeah, there was many things I wanted to do, and then in the end, just kind of changed it. Just trying to think of what else. Yeah, we do get to a point. I do build a coaster in this episode. Half of the coaster building was unfortunately cut. Did lose some of that footage. There was quite a bit of footage actually that I did lose, but not too much anyway. But there was some. Half the coaster building and just a couple of flat rides I've got to put in anyway. So yeah, just putting some buildings in, putting some food shops up here, some stuff like that, because obviously a lot of these people up here, they're not going to have anything up here. So yeah, some drinks, some food up here as well to place in. A lot of people queuing up for the monorail, which is good to see. It's brilliant to see so many people queuing up for the monorail. And yeah, I put a couple of things down here. I do actually put some rides down at this end of the park at some point, just to get guests as they come in to go to those rides and then go down there. What I actually did now is, because at this point I was thinking, there's not enough guests up there, so I actually built like a Alton Towers style path. So it's like, you know how like when you go to Alton Towers, you can, for example, let's take the Forbidden Valley to Dark Forest. You can go to Forbidden Valley to Dark Forest, but you have to go down to the Haunted Hollow. Then from the Haunted Hollow, you have to go all the way down to the lake. And then from the lake, you go all the way across next to the gardens and then up to the Dark Forest. Or you can chance it and go right through the middle of the gardens and get lost. So there's your two options. Or, third option is you take the sky. You take the, how can I remember the name? Skyline. Oh my god, that's shocking of me. Mind is, you know what I mean though. Yeah, so you can take that across the valley. Obviously the huge valley, the gardens. Yeah, so that's your option really. So this is kind of what I was thinking of in this park, is kind of doing that. A lot of this here was just tedious work, changing some of the stations up, changing some of the advanced settings, because this monorail is really bugging me in terms of it wasn't getting enough people up here, and this queue was filling up quite a bit, so I was making sure that the Don't Block station was on, that there was a minimum timer and stuff like that. There we go, yes, yeah, so that was getting people through nice and quickly. Now you see that queue immediately empty, which is great to see. Just looking now, many guests needing the toilet. I did see that notification at some point. I did try to change it. You noticed I went into negative figures here because I tried just upping the prices on a few things, tried getting some things down, run into a couple of financial issues here anyway. But yeah, I haven't actually ran through the objectives. So the objectives in this part was achieve a value of 35 million with a 350 park rating, which we were very close to actually, and achieve a value of 50 million. That's dollars, that is, with a 700 park rating, and then a 75 park value, 75 million park value, with a coaster, which I had to build a coaster, 5 excitement, no more than 6 nausea, 3,281 feet of track, and an average speed of 25 miles an hour, which I did not get with the first coaster I built, because I picked quite a bad coaster model for it. You actually see I got rid of this path because then I was like, oh, but I get more money from just sending people the monorail, which actually helped, to be fair. You know, my money goes skyrocketing down. But yeah, in the end, I did put it back again. But yeah, it's all of these things. It's just really thinking of what to do. I undid it, I did it back again, all sorts. Right, okay, so we're into positive figures now, which is good. Up the price slightly on this monorail. Then we decided to put... I actually did put this back. So you notice I deleted it earlier. I've put this actually back now. Actually had some insufficient funds at this point. But I feel like once we finish this, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a skip now. It will possibly skip forward now. Yes, it should. So there we go. So we're going to skip forward now. Now we're back over on this side of the park again. That was after a huge cut in which I went into huge financial difficulty. And you notice the monorail was broken. So this is why I had to kind of have a battle with this at the moment. Looking at this, so this is where I wanted to place some toilets up here, because many guests will complain about the toilet. The only toilets weren't down at the bottom of the park, so I did want to move the toilets, and eventually I did move this pathway slightly just to fit those toilets in that gap, because then it just acted as actually a nice scenery piece for that queue line with the octopus, which is actually pretty good there. So yeah, made it so it was like that. And yeah, the hammer swing, I put some theming pieces down here, because you noticed at the top it said that it wouldn't be regarded as new. So I was like, right, okay, let's put some scenery pieces down here, let's freshen it up a little bit, which I did do. There was quite a lot of scenery pieces I put in the end. That was very big actually. Picked that up and I was like, whoa, it's huge there, you gotta put that one back. I actually did put this on the other side of this in the end, because it's kind of like a cool sort of sci-fi fight scene, which is quite a good look from the monorail. So did change that in the end. Looking at this now, sat here for a little bit. Just wondering if there we go. Right, so yeah, we did have the little jump in the end. Must have just gone away for a little bit, maybe come back. Yeah, I did this quite a lot of parts. Sometimes I was there, sometimes I took a break, and then other times I had to go and do other things. So I was just trying to manage everything at that point, really. Then I was thinking, look, can I put this coaster back in again here? I've got the money to do it. Can I fit this coaster in? And it was honestly, it was so close to fitting in, and I had to raise it so high off the ground for it to fit. I just wasn't really wanting to do that, because there we go, you could see it went blue there, and I was like, nah, it's way too high, too many supports. And then I was like, is this going to be a lot of supports here? Probably, yes. So what did I think of now? I think I go into building the coaster very soon. Going round in circles here. Must have been me thinking of what to do, really. I think I do actually go and build the coaster. Yeah, here we go. So we bring up the coaster menu. This is me deciding on what to do, and then I was like, actually, let's see if we can put a blueprint in here of the bikes, but the blueprint was nowhere near good enough. So I went, you know what, I'm gonna build this coaster. I'm gonna build this coaster from scratch. But I actually went over here, put some flat rides in. I should do, yeah. I think I put the swinging inverter ship here with the spaceship one. There we go. Yes, I actually put the swinging inverter ship down here. Did I also put something else down here? I feel like I did. Little sort of queue line here that I was building. Trying to just make sure it wasn't too cattle pen like, even though it kind of was a little bit. But there we go, just twisty windy. That there, just get some more money rolling in with that ride. Testing it there. I think what did I do in the end? Did I put a? Oh yes, I put this. I can't remember what these are called actually. They're really old. I went on these actually. One of these at the Hoppings Fun Fair up in Newcastle, where not quite close to where I live actually. One of these. It was a really old model actually. Colours mold. There was rust everywhere. Safe though. It was safe. It was just obviously just hadn't had a lick of paint in a while. There we go. So I got my park rating up there a little bit. Put a couple of scenery pieces in here, got some rides down here so people coming in could go on these rides as well. And then my controller ran out of charge, which was fun. Yeah, guys, as I said, I'm playing this on the console version. You notice there was some palm trees around, so I was like, actually, it's kind of like a sci-fi sort of, like, it's really difficult to sort of see the theme in here. It's sci-fi, but there was palm trees around, which I found quite interesting. So I put some palm trees in. I was like, can I put a Stratocoaster here? No, can't put a Stratocoaster there. What else did I try other things? For some reason I got the new Texas Giant blueprint out that I took from the took a new Texas Giant blueprint from the workshop, which was actually really cool. So then I tried building a Zenith, and then I was like, actually, let's build a motorbike coaster, a little Vekoma booster bike coaster, which I thought would be a really nice fit into this park up on this top here. So little booster bike coaster. Not much to these, obviously just a lot of helixes. Actually tried to put a couple of Airtime Hills in as well. Here, so you see me just curling it out the station here. A little bit of a weave up into the I put a little block section there to slow it down, and then a hydraulic launch. This hydraulic launch took me a long time to figure out the speed. Really did take me a while to figure it out, but in the end I did figure out a good enough speed. As you can see, just adjusting the block section, restarting the coaster. Did I go to do other things? Yeah, I noticed a lot of litter on this path, so I took some janitors in the end actually. Placed those down there. I don't know why I took this robot down here. I was looking in the staff actually. I was like, okay, take you down there. Tried upping the prices on a few more things. Just to see if people would go on, and they were, which was brilliant. Apparently many guests were trapped in the park, which must have not have seen that message. I think I did figure out in the end. I think maybe I deleted a path or something at some point, possibly. Not enough bins, all that stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff happening right now. So I went away from the coaster building, went to go and do some actual management. I don't know what I was doing here because I was completely ignoring everything at this point. What was I doing here? I don't even know what I was doing. Okay, I just completely ignored all the management and went back to putting more palm trees in, which was quite strange. Anyway. Yeah, the Screaming Swing was down for a while actually. Yeah, and then the monorail went down again, so I had to place a mechanic down there to fix it. And then a lot of staff were complaining, so I put a staff building down, which was very heavily themed. And then and then I put a mechanic up here as well. Let's go and fix the Screaming Swing, because we were losing money at that point. Now I actually did take notice of the bins. I put a staff building up here as well, just kind of placed that, just slotted that in there like that. And then up to the capacity and also the perk that comes with the staff building. Yeah, I went away from the coast building for a while because there was a lot of stuff that I needed to do. And then I went and upped the ticket price as well, because I was like, right, I really need to build this coaster, so I'm going to up the ticket price to $5 and then $3 for a child. As I looked on here, I think I was just looking at the queues in terms of the prices. Money started flying up now. As you can see, money is skyrocketing up. People getting on and off of the monorail. Do I not go back to coast building yet? I think I actually went to go and adjust the current, just the minimum waiting time there, I think. There we go. So now I went back to the coaster building. I think at this point, yeah, I started to go up. Slightly adjusting the launch, acceleration. Obviously, you've got the launch delay, and then you've got the acceleration. So that's how quickly your acceleration is obviously in meters per second. So that's how quickly, really, your acceleration is where you get from one point to another. That's your acceleration. Your top speed is obviously the speed that you'll hit at the end of that section. So at the end of this 3-section long launch, really you've got the acceleration between there and there was I pretty much put it up to max because I wanted a hefty launch, something that would, you know, as you can see, give it a good boost. So I did that. I added a bit more on the end to that, and then I looked to see if there was any special pieces. And if not, I went up the hill. So I started banking it up the hill here. Like this. Some nice banking on there. And then I went into, funnily enough here, I actually went into an Airtime Hill, which is quite interesting on a booster bike. But I thought it worked quite well. It actually works as a good element because you're laying down forwards with the chest restraint on your back. So you'd actually, when you're going down that hill, you'd almost be going sort of head first, which is actually quite a cool element, really, with that kind of drop there. It's really cool when you come off of Velocity at Flamingo Land, because the launch goes straight up into an airtime hill. It's not really an airtime hill. You don't really get much airtime, but you get that sensation of once you hit the crest, you're going down again, and you're going head first down this drop, which is pretty cool. So yeah, just looking at this now, smoothing this out, making sure the launch, make sure I got the catwalk on the launch, and then I did some vigorous testing to find out whether this launch was good enough or not. And my first test run, the coaster was very slow over the top of there, which I then changed, or was that when it was perfect? I don't know. I think I left it for now because I did add more speed onto it in the end because it was very slow for a booster bike. Because the booster bike coasters usually really got some really good pace throughout the entire layout. Another sort of airtime hill here, which is pretty cool, twisting and winding the coaster around. And then this is where I completely and utterly lose the footage of me building this coaster, because I got to that point there and I was gonna go and finish the coaster. I was like, actually, hang on. There's a bit too early, so I do actually snake it back around again at some point. You'll see I'll share the POV at the end, but suddenly we skip to this here, which is me putting this coaster in. Yeah, somehow all that footage got lost there. You'll notice I put there was a top spin I put in up there. There was all sorts I put in up there. It was crazy. But this coaster was pretty insane. Like, I really did enjoy this coaster a lot. Like, I made this coaster, it's a Mac multi-launch. I made this coaster, when was it? couple of days before in a sandbox mode. I was looking to build a map mega because I hadn't actually built one yet. And I personally felt this came out quite well. I really enjoyed it. It's quite different from your normal map mega, but I really did enjoy it. A couple of elements in there which you wouldn't see on a map mega. Well, not yet anyway. Maybe they might put some in the future, but it was some really good. I thought it was a really nice layout. So yeah, putting the queue paths in for this now. She kind of wanted the queue path to go through here, which I found pretty cool. Go in the middle, you can kind of see the launch from here. Which is pretty cool, and then I managed to just fit, because you notice that I put this actually got a JoJo roll underneath this on the start of this map mega coaster. Definitely not inspired by Copperhead Strike at all. Thank you, Copperhead Strike, for your inspiration. Yeah, really nice there. I love that JoJo roll element coming out of the station. I think anything like that coming out of the station immediately into inversion really excites me. Going on a coaster, like, it's really good fun that. So putting in this queue again. I actually do open this coaster, and then I don't get the actual coaster the award yet, which was quite strange. But I think in the end I do actually manage to fix it. Yeah, I kept on fiddling around with it for ages, trying to figure out. I was like, hang on, yes, the track length is more than that. The average speed is more than that. I was like, why is this not working? And I was going around with it for a while, trying to figure it out, seeing what I could do. Yeah, and then in the end, I did actually manage to get it. A lovely element there, you'll see in a second. Actually, elements sort of replicated on the Gudrix, or Gudrix, as they say in France. I do actually complete the awards as I go through, as I start going on this coaster. So there we go. So there's your JoJo roll out at the station, which was really nice. Up into this block section, and then immediately into a launch. Obviously, a map mega doesn't have a snappy launch immediately. You build up that speed gradually into a sort of a Blue Fire style overbank, into a 0G roll, into a corkscrew. Really nice corkscrew element there. Still a little bit jolty in a few places, needs some smoothing. Into a really high speed 0G roll. Nice barrel roll there. Over this little twisted airtime hill. Into the second launch. Another Copperhead Strike style launch there with the little camelback in the middle. And a lovely here element, which is really nice. Absolutely love that element as you get on Gudrix. I think it worked really well. Into the Batwing, which I put in as well. So back-to-back double inversions on both of those elements. Into an airtime hill here. Some really nice airtime on the back, actually. Into another airtime hill here. Around again into a third airtime hill. Not as much airtime on that one, though, unfortunately. Into a little bit of an airtime there. A nice slow overbank there. To a small pop of air. Get some really nice air on the back there, actually. And then round and into the station. Quite leisurely, though. A little bit slow for a map mega. But I really enjoy that layout. I think that's a really nice coaster, that. And the coaster that got me the gold star at the end of this level, which you'll see as I come out of here. I do actually get the gold star. So yeah, you see up here I put in a top spin, and I did complete the coaster in the end. So yeah, that was pretty much the episode. Like, it flew by a lot and we got through a lot. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this style of video, make sure you pop a subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you liked it, or if you prefer the old style of me commentating over what I'm actually doing. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for over 100 subscribers. Really appreciate it. If we can get that to 200 at some point this year, that'd be incredible. But yeah, make sure you keep on subscribing, and I will see you all in the next Planet Coaster video, or the next video, whatever it could be. See you then, and hopefully it'll be sometime very soon. Yeah, see you all then, and enjoy the POV.